The dance of wanting to unalive oneself. So I made a video yesterday that I've been dealing with those feelings for over 30 years, and it's been a fight. It's really been a fight to stay alive. And I got some really sweet responses. Thank you so much. And I just want to share where I'm at today, which is, I made that video. I had a good day. I had a bad day. Yesterday was a really bad day in terms of darkness and suffering. And, I woke up this morning and just had some clarity about some things that I was doing that was increasing the suffering, but also I just felt some grace. There is something about time. They say time heals all wounds. I don't know about that. I assume there's some truth to that, but the time does have a power to... But anyway, I'm getting a little off. But, just this morning, so I go to a spiritual service in the mornings, many mornings, that involves singing and dancing. It's very joyous. No preaching. I mean, there's some underlying ideas presented, but no real preaching happens. It's really just more of a celebration. And, I really felt today that I say yes to life. Even with all the suffering, and I've been through a lot of suffering, and it horrifies me to think it could get worse, and that there are people who suffered more than me, which there are. But even with all of it, I'm just like, you know what? I'm fucking in. I'm going to do this thing to the best of my ability. And maybe the best of my ability is very limited. Maybe I'll only accomplish 1% of what I want to. Maybe I'll be mostly miserable, but I'm in. And this is really significant because for a long time I was exploring and stuck in a very nihilistic philosophy. And it claimed to be a spiritual philosophy. It really wasn't. It's called Neo-advaita, neo-non-duality, or fake non-duality, as I like to call it. And I won't get into what that is. You can look it up. I've got a website, neo-advaita.org, but it's really just a distortion of an ancient Indian philosophy. But it is very nihilistic. And so today one more time, I'm just like, fuck Neo-advaita, fuck fake non-duality, fuck all spirituality that's like an escape. So many times spirituality can be a kind of an attempt to escape. And it's one thing to seek freedom from suffering, but it's another thing to like dissociate, And the stated goal of both this fake non-duality and even traditional non-duality is to disappear, in essence. Neo-advaita, neo-non-duality is even worse. I don't want to get philosophical this morning, but it's some bad shit. But it's this idea of like merging and disappearing, like becoming one with the universe to such an extent that there's no you left. That's literally the stated goal of modern traditional non-duality and a fake non-duality as well. And just this morning, I just felt such a strong no to that. I'm like, if that's the supreme truth of life, if that's the ultimate goal of life, then I say no to that. I want to continue to exist forever, even if it means up and down circles of joy and pain, because that's really what life is, if you think about it. Good moment, bad moment, good moment, bad moment, like, or wonderful moment, horrific moment, like over and over and over and over and over. And like, if that's my destiny for eternity, then I would rather do that than like disappear and vanish. And this may sound philosophical, and it is, but it's coming from a really deep place, because literally for 25 years, I was trying to unalive myself with this spiritual teaching. Not literally unalive this body, but literally erase my personality, erase my feelings. And today, just from my heart, singing and dancing, and it was beautiful. At the service I was at this morning, there were a lot of kids there. Oftentimes on Wednesday, when the school year's in, there's a bunch of kids, and just seeing their joy and just being like, even if life, even existence is mostly pain and suffering, I would rather that than disappear and vanish. into nothingness. So I didn't think about this, just kind of happened during the singing and dancing, and I just basically said yes to life and yes to existence today. And because it's kind of, it's kind of like, I kind of like had this feeling of like life is this like unhealthy relationship, and I want to break up. Like I want to get out of here, and not just life, but existence. And there's kind of that feeling of like, Kirk to Enterprise, beam me out, but also just beam me out and merge me into everything so that I just disappear. Like get rid of me. And this morning I'm like, no, I would rather exist and have my existence be primarily suffering than to vanish or disappear. And again, this all sounds philosophical, and it is, but my attitude, it was unconscious, but my unconscious attitude for almost 25 years now has been like, I want to vanish into nothingness. That's been, and I think that's definitely what's driven these feelings of wanting to unalive myself. So yeah. So thank you so much for all the kind responses. I got a couple like advice-y responses, and I got a couple to my last video, and I got a couple like, here's how you can fix it. I got a couple like dumb spiritual responses like, Jesus will fix everything, and like, I don't know. I'm not even going to get into it. What I am going to say is, and I said this to that person, is if you respond to someone's pain with advice before connecting with that person, you are dissociating. You have your own pain that you're trying to avoid by fixing other people. And but mostly the responses were really kind and wonderful and really heartening. And so I thank you all so much for that. And it's kind of funny. I'm by no means a star, but I have, across all the different places where I post, I've probably got about 6,000 or 7,000 followers. So, they've got like A-list celebrities. Like I'm like a D+ celebrity, right? Maybe just a D, maybe not even a D+, in terms of my level of fame and influence. But I do want to say, and I actually think I'm going to make a separate video on this as well, but to anyone who's still watching this, I'm at minute 8 now. I'm fucking honored. I'm fucking honored that what I say is of interest and I hope has positive impact to people. It's, and I'm deeply moved. I'm honored and moved that my voice and my experience and what I share and how I share has some, I pray, I assume, positive impact on people. And right now, I'm like, I may just be like a D- celebrity, not really a celebrity, but anyway, a D- celebrity on this A to F scale. And I'm just joking around, but what I'm not joking around about is I feel deeply honored, and it's very meaningful to me. And I'm very grateful that I can, hopefully in a positive way, touch a few lives out there, being the D- celebrity that I am. So thank you so much to everybody who follows. It's very meaningful to me. I wish everyone a blessed day. I have more to say, but I'm going to stop here. To be continued. Mwah.